Welcome to Start Auto's Time. Today, we're diving into a true icon of American automotive and RV history, the GMC Motorhome. It wasn't just another recreational vehicle, it was a game changer, a bold experiment by General Motors that redefined what a motorhome could be, both in terms of design and engineering. Even decades later, the GMC Motorhome remains legendary, beloved by collectors, RV enthusiasts, and retro vehicle fans alike. So buckle up as we explore the story, innovation, and lasting legacy of this futuristic machine on wheels. Let's start with a little background. The GMC Motorhome was introduced in 1973 and remained in production until 1978. That might seem like a short run, just 6 years, but in that time, GMC managed to shake up the entire RV industry. Most motorhomes back then were basically boxers on truck chassis. They looked awkward, drove poorly, and were strictly utilitarian. GMC's engineers asked a different question. What if we built a motorhome from the ground up, with engineering and sleek, futuristic styling? That's exactly what they did. One of the most remarkable aspects of the GMC Motorhome was that it wasn't built on a commercial truck platform. Instead, it used a front-wheel drive layout based on the Oldsmobile. That meant it had a low, flat floor, no driveshaft tunnel, and a much smoother ride. Most motorhomes of the era had a high center of gravity and terrible handling. The GMC, by contrast, handled like no RV. Before a ton, many would argue, like no RV since. The vehicle came in two lengths, 23 feet and 26 feet. Both were fully self-contained, offering sleeping quarters, kitchen, bathroom, and storage in a compact yet functional layout. But what really made it stand out was the styling. Sleek, curved lines, large panoramic windows, and that unmistakable futuristic look. It looked like something out of a sci-fi movie. Yet it was entirely real and rolling down American highways in the 1970s. The fiberglass and aluminum body panels kept weight down and resisted corrosion, while the aerodynamic shape was far ahead of its time. Under the hood, or more accurately, under the front floor, was a 455 cubic inch, 7.5-liter V8 engine sourced from the Toronado and paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission. Later models switched to a 403 cubic inch engine for emissions compliance. These big block engines provided ample torque, essential for moving a fully loaded RV. The front-wheel drive setup allowed for a flat floor throughout, which meant more usable interior space and better design freedom for the living quarters. Now let's talk about the suspension, because this is where things really get interesting. The rear suspension used a tandem axle setup with air suspension bags, giving it an incredibly smooth ride. It was a full air ride system unheard of in consumer RVs at the time, and it made a world of difference on long road trips. The ride quality was praised even by car magazines, which rarely reviewed motorhomes. Some owners say the GMC Motorhome rode better than many cars of its era. Inside, the GMC Motorhome was like a luxury yacht on wheels. Multiple floor plans were available, with sleeping for 4 to 6 people. You'd typically find a convertible dinette, a sofa bed, a full kitchen with stove and refrigerator, a bathroom with toilet and shower, and tons of built-in cabinetry. The use of space was clever and efficient, especially for a vehicle under 27 feet long. The big windows made the space feel open and bright, and the attention to detail was far above most RVs of the time. One of the most unique things about the GMC Motorhome was how it was built. GMC didn't just produce the chassis and let a third party finish the rest, which was the norm in the RV industry. Instead, they manufactured the entire vehicle from start to finish, including body, frame, suspension, and drivetrain. However, for the interior, GMC worked with several approved RV upfitters, like Coachman, Avian, and others, who customized the living space based on GMC's floor plans. This allowed for quality control and consistency while still offering some customization. Over the years, the GMC Motorhome developed a strong following. It was used by NASA to transport astronauts to launch pads. It appeared in movies, commercials, and TV shows. Even today, you'll find entire clubs and forums dedicated to preserving and restoring these classic RVs. Owners are fiercely loyal and passionate, often upgrading their rigs with modern conveniences while keeping the classic exterior intact. The GMC Motorhome was also ahead of its time in terms of marketing. It was aimed not just at retirees or campers, but also at families, adventurers, and trendsetters. The brochures were colorful and stylish, showing the RV parked at scenic locations with happy families enjoying the great outdoors. GMC even offered a special paint option called Palm Beach, which became one of the most iconic looks for the vehicle. You could buy these motorhomes at GMC dealerships, right alongside pickup trucks and vans, a strategy no other automaker has really copied. Since despite its innovations, production ended in 1978. Why? Mostly because GMC decided to get out of the motorhome business. The company was restructuring and decided to focus on its core vehicle lines. That said, over 12,000 units were built during its 6-year run, remarkable number considering the vehicle's unique nature. Today, it's estimated that around 8,000 still exist, and many are still in active use. That's a testament to how well they were built, and how much people still love them. What's fascinating is how the GMC Motorhome community has kept the vehicle alive through the decades. There are companies that specialize in restoring and modernizing these RVs, adding solar panels, new engines, modern interiors, and upgraded suspensions. Owners share tips on forums, organize meets, and document their restoration journeys online. It's more than just a vehicle, it's a lifestyle, a community, and a rolling piece of automotive art. So what is it like to drive one today? Well, many people who've driven a GMC motorhome say it's surprisingly easy to handle. The low floor and center of gravity make it feel stable on the road. The front-wheel drive layout allows for a tighter turning radius than you'd expect from a 26-foot vehicle. And while the original brakes and steering feel dated by modern standards, upgrades are widely available to bring the vehicle up to today's expectations. If you ever get the chance to step inside a well-maintained GMC motorhome, it's like stepping into a time capsule. The vibe is pure 1970s, with wood-grain cabinetry, avocado green upholstery, and chrome trim. Yet there's something timeless about it too. The curved ceilings, the symmetry of the interior layout, the way everything just fits. You can immediately tell it was built by people who cared about design and user experience. And then there's the nostalgia factor. For many people, the GMC motorhome represents a golden age of travel when the American road trip was king, when families piled into RVs and hit Route 66, when freedom meant the open road and a full tank of gas. In an era of cookie-cutter SUVs and anonymous crossovers, the GMC motorhome stands out. It has character, it has soul. From a collector's perspective, the GMC motorhome is a gem. Values have steadily risen, and restored examples can fetch anywhere from $30,000 to over $100,000 depending on condition and upgrades. But more important than the price is the pride of ownership. These aren't just vehicles, they're rolling homes, memories on wheels, and stories waiting to be told. The GMC motorhome was, and still is, a marvel of engineering, design, and vision. It dared to be different in an industry that was stuck in the past. It offered style, innovation, and comfort in a way that had never been done before, and maybe hasn't been done since. Whether you're a fan of vintage RVs, automotive history, or just great design, the GMC motorhome deserves your attention. Thank you for joining us today on Start Auto's Time. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the GMC motorhome, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know if you've ever ridden in one, owned one, or dreamed of restoring one someday. We love hearing from fellow car and RV enthusiasts, and we've got a lot more history, reviews, and automotive adventures coming your way. Until next time, keep your engines running, your wheels turning, and never stop exploring. Would you like me to create a clickbait title, description, hashtags, and keywords for this video next?